Welcome to Book Weekly, your weekly recap about all things book and stuff. There's a lot to cover, so let's get into it. On February 29th, Book asked their community to give away books, and they answered. It was crazy to see on my X timeline all those giveaways. Kind of crazy to think that it's not the project giving away something, it's holders of the project. I think it's very reminiscent of the dropping of the Gutenberg Bibles back in 2022, when Book gave away those extra Bibles to Bible holders, and then they gifted them to grow the OG community. And this was very effective, very powerful marketing. Book published some stats about that. So there were 69 giveaways. Nice. 69 people who gave away a book, but in total it was 74 giveaways. So more than 80 NFTs gifted, and a lot of social media presence. We can see here total post views more than 300,000, but more importantly is the reposts and the likes. Ben was explaining that these are the things you cannot pay for in advertising. So this really has to be organic. And the fact that we got to more than 18,000 of those, it was really kind of word of mouth, kind of snowball effect. And I'm sure a lot of people in the Cardano NFT scene were flooded with those giveaways on that day. So this was very powerful, and for me it shows two things. The first one is that the community is super strong. In case there were still any doubts, I mean, look at the level of support. Your project is asking you to give away something. Usually you ask them to give you something, right? But people, they understand the mission. They understand that this project, with decentralizing knowledge, protecting consumers, readers, authors, that it's bigger than just, hey, I have an NFT, I flip it for 2x and an end of story. So really great to see such solid community behind this. And the second thing is when we look into the future and we imagine big authors leveraging that, because they're authors with millions of followers. Stephen King probably has maybe 1 million, something like this. You know what? Let's check. Stephen King, I would expect really a lot. So let's see here. Yeah, 7 million followers. So can you imagine this guy activating his community to talk about a book he released on book.io and everything that comes with it? That's bonkers. So I don't know if this will become a tradition. It was February 29th, so it happens once every 4 years. Not sure when it's gonna repeat, but I'm really proud of the community, and I think it was a great idea and social experiment by Book, and I'm sure it's giving them a lot of kind of arguments when they go and talk with publishers and authors. They can say, look the community we created, this kind of giant book club. So you can do the same with your fan base. You can create this core community and get them to work together and advertise for you on social media, which in turn will generate more sales. So it was a great day. Book was everywhere in the last couple of weeks. They were on IOHK 360 Cardano Essential video. So Josh was interviewed there. Then he was also interviewed on the Block Leaders website. This is a place that talks about blockchain, and it's very focused on, I would say, forward-thinking entrepreneurs. So here we can learn a few things about him, about his parents, kind of his biography, and so on. So nice to see some more presence. And also they were on Cardano Over Coffee. This was a great space, lasted quite some time, and there were a few interesting tidbits when we're talking about Book in general, but one sentence that really caught my attention was when I think it was Ben was talking about the book token utility, because one of the listeners asked, what can we do with the token? And while he was talking about it, he said, and I quote, "Publishers have to hold it in order to do some marketing stuff with us." And this is something I was always wondering, is publishers, they're going to have such huge catalogs. So do they need to buy the book token for all of those? And looks like they will have to. And not only buy it, but also hold it for the marketing stuff. And publishers, I think they have this marketing side, already in their company. They have marketing professionals, so doing marketing is normal for them. They have a budget for that. And it's really cool that we put in place some incentive for them to hold, because one could be worried that they're just gonna buy the book tokens and then spend them to mint books, and then that's it, kind of a one-off. But if they have to buy extra and hold some kind of staking mechanism, that's interesting, because there'll be a lot of publishers who will want to publish a lot of books, and I'm really curious about the pricing structure, actually, because there will just be that much advertising space available. Also curious to see, will we see it in the mobile app? Will we have like a little banner of, hey, here's the publisher of the week or something like this? Curious about this, but happy to see that there is incentive for publishers to hold their tokens, because I think they'll be the ones buying the most. So you want your whales to not dump, yeah. So that was really cool. Then they talked a lot about stuff.io and podcasts and music. And there was one question about, what kind of music item will you offer? Titles, like just one song, or albums, something else? And I really liked the answer of, I think it was Ben again, saying that, whatever the artist wants to do, we'll do it. Because the aim of book is not, to create a mold and have everyone fit into it. It's to empower creators. So whatever they want to do, as long as technology allows, then that's gonna happen. And then he pushed this a bit further, like, what's the point in having like a digital item of like your favorite song or album? Like, why have it as an NFT where you can just stream it or something? Well, he explained the whole digital ownership thing, that if you're an artist and you release, let's say, an album, people buy it through stuff.io, and then while you have access to them, you see their wallet addresses, how many people bought, and then you can use this mechanism of airdrops, for instance. I see that a lot. You have often different versions of albums around the world. Like, often in Japan they have bonus songs. I don't know why. So you have like an American artist releases the album in America, and then you find the Japanese album version and you have some extra songs that you didn't know about. So something like that can be cool. But also what I really liked was something that I didn't think about, which was that, let's say you have the NFT in your wallet, then you get whitelisted for concert tickets. And God knows that there are artists that sell out super fast their tickets. So imagine that you're the real fan, you have the whole discography or something, so you get a head start. I think this was a really cool idea, and I feel like a lot of artists will respond to that, because also artists, now they mainly make money on tours. So it was really good information that was shared during that space. Also, FYI, next week from 12th to 14th, Book, or more precisely Jason, will be at the London Book Fair. So if you are over there in Great Britain, then definitely stop by and say hi. It's also great, they were there last year, and it's the place like classic traditional publishing conference, and with the big names they have behind them, I think they may have a big impact again this year. So a lot of things coming up. Book is really ramping up their social presence, and that bodes well for the future. I always hear people saying, hey, we don't mint out, we need new blood, blah blah blah. Well, they're putting in the effort, so just a matter of time. And finally, last but definitely not least, on Wednesday there was a tech update with Guillermo and Josh, where they talked about all the tech things they developed in the last month. It's something they did in January. It was super interesting back then. It's again super interesting. Look at this. 1,600 people tuned in. I feel like it's a lot for a space on, about NFTs and so on. And I would say even more so about tech. I guess Cardano people just like tech. Must be that. So here I'm gonna go through a few points that I wrote down during this 1 hour space. So they talked about their open positions, so they're still hiring, and that is such a good sign. They are scaling up. They're not firing people, recession, whatever. Completely the opposite. It's growth. They need people. They need more and more all the time. In particular, we're talking about position of a lead front-end engineer that will need to do everything on his own first while he's looking for other people to build his own team. So quite the challenging position. But it's also what's awesome. Can you imagine joining a startup that will have such a big global impact, and you're there at the beginning and you have so much influence on what's happening? It sounds like a great opportunity. Then they talked about the Stuff.io app, that they have a tech build, so kind of a basic version, that is able to demo the music DAs. So they're already there, and maybe remember that the core code of the Stuff.io app and of the Book app is the same. So if we can run audio files in the Stuff app, we can easily port it onto the Book app for audiobooks. Audiobooks are a bit different because metadata is different, but you see there's a bridge there. So it would be really cool to see the audiobooks coming in soon. I think audiobooks is typically the thing you listen on, like with your phone, rather than turning on your computer and having a Bluetooth headset or something. So that shouldn't be too long, I presume. We also said that we're in talks with different artists, and that's why they have the demo ready to go. So curious to see who those are. I wonder what kind of connections they have. Judging by the music we hear on the space, it sounds like they have quite an eclectic choice of genres. So no idea who it's gonna be. I think they have a preference for hip hop though, so maybe it's gonna be there. There was Chuck D with the studio ebook, so maybe they are exploring that connection more. We'll see. Then quick word about Mint and Print, that everything is ready on Book side. So Guillermo is done. So why is it not out yet? Is because, well, it doesn't only depend on Book, but also on Ingram and apparently an additional vendor. And the roadblock so far is just that Ingram and this other vendor, they use rather older technologies that are not optimal for this kind of thing. You have to think that Mint and Print is revolutionary. No one came to Ingram and told them, hey, I'm publishing a book, I need 1,000 copies. Oh yeah, and by the way, every cover will be different. No, it never happened. So there's a lot to set in place on Ingram's side, the technical side, on the production and so on. So it's taking time still, but Book side is done, and that's great, because if Guillermo is done with that, he can work on something else. Then the other big update, I think that is very interesting, is that they automated all the minting process to the point that they don't need any developers or engineers to do it. This means that I think last week it was Jason and or Nacho who were doing the mints themselves, just by clicking buttons on an interface. So this means that the marketing team is able to run mints by themselves, and that is huge because, well, if everything is automated, everything is streamlined, everything is smooth, and anyone without technical knowledge can mint, well then this anyone can be an indie author. So when you have the self-publishing portal, I think it's going to be a lot inspired by the current interface they have to mint internally. So the fact that now anyone can mint is a really big step towards the self-publishing portal. No dates were given for that portal, I believe, but it's good to know that technology is there, we are getting close. And then another thing that was of interest is that we're talking about, it's a great idea, we're talking about showing your bookshelf value in your app. So it's something that you can do on the Discord at the moment. If you go to bot commands and you type /bookshelf plus your handle or your wallet address, it will calculate the value of your bookshelf based on flows on OpenSea and JPEG Store. So that's nice, but you have to go to Discord, run a script, like a command. It's not so straightforward. But what they want to do is include it directly in the app and then convert it to USD. So you'll be able to open the app, see how many books you have, but more importantly, how expensive they are. Like what is the total monetary value of your bookshelf? And they said, well, this is something that Amazon cannot do because you don't own your books, you cannot resell them. And this is such a simple and powerful idea. Once this is integrated and I open my app and I see I have, actually I don't know, to be honest, I think I'm around $15,000 worth of book NFTs. I have quite a lot of Bibles. So imagine I have this, I put a screenshot on X, but I could do that on LinkedIn, for instance, to reach outside of the crypto bubble. And it's so simple, like, hey, look at all the books I have. Like, you don't need to, to tell them to look at the value, just, hey, look, this is my bookshelf on this new app and I own my books. And then people will be like, damn, this guy is making money owning books. You're supposed to lose money, you're supposed to pay and not have your money anymore. So I think this will be really cool. And we're talking about having a price feed of book/USD. And this will be put in place with Charlie Free, the oracle of one of the oracles of Cardano, the other one being OrcFax. And really looking forward to that and see all the OG community putting those mobile screenshots of the value of their bookshelves. I think like with the right hashtag, people who are just on Amazon Kindle or Audible be like, what? My bookshelf is worth nothing. And they may take it away from me anytime. I don't know why people accepted that in the first place. Like now that we are at that point in the industry. All right, and last thing about this space, that they also shared their goals for 2024, and this is a chef's kiss. It's awesome. They said 2024 mass adoption. How do we get there? Like this, those 10 steps or 10 commandments almost. Easy sign up. You connect with Google, Facebook, an email address, and it creates the wallet for you. Don't need to open up Eternal and have a passphrase or whatever. You don't want to bother? You're a Web 2 person? Okay, do it Web 2 way. Then we talk about finding and previewing media. previewing is interesting. Will we be able to open books before? Or are they talking about other types of media like videos? By the way, I believe Jason hinted on Discord that all the videos of the BookCon, because BookCon you can attend virtually, it will be streamed, and that he hinted that this might be broken down into DAs. So who knows if the first Stuff DAs will be actually the first BookCon. So curious about that. Then step 3, buying with credit card. It's an obvious one. Last time I talked about progress with the integration with Stripe. I guess this is moving smoothly, so that will be a big one. Already, if they get to step 3, it's such a game changer. Imagine anyone can come, sign up like any website, buy their book with their credit card, they download the app, it's super easy. Hopefully the link between the account and the app is easier than now. Like they can just do it with their email address. And that's it. And that's enough for Web 2. Then what are the next steps? Okay, they talk about consuming media. Yeah, obviously, you need to be able to access it. Read, listen, watch some videos. Then earn tokens for consuming media. And this is interesting. I know I say that a lot, but there's just so many cool stuff going on. This means return. Yes, earn tokens for consuming media. Return. We are in the 2024 goals, so it's happening this year. That's awesome, because it will also be one of the big catalysts to attract the masses. But also notice how they say consuming media, not reading books. So I don't know if they wanted to say like books, like ebooks and audiobooks together, or if they mean watching videos, and that would be a Stuff thing. I'm one to believe that Stuff will have its own token, but I have no idea if it will be the same in the same principle that you consume and you earn the Stuff token. Not sure. This is kind of a mysterious step 5 here. Then they talk about finding and inviting friends, and that's something that Josh touched upon, how there is no real platform to talk with other people that enjoy the same things as you. He mentioned Goodreads, where people can put comments about books, like book reviews, but like you post your comment and then it's just lost in oblivion. So it seems like they want to really add a social side to the book and Stuff apps, so that people can connect and can talk. And this makes sense because they want to do book clubs as well. But why stop at book clubs? Could be a group of fans of some music artist, or a video producer, or podcast creator. Why not? I know a lot of YouTubers also have podcasts, and they have a tight community there. A lot of them have Discord servers to give a platform for their community to interact, but might as well be inside the book app. Even easier. You buy the book, you read it, and you see all the posts, all the discussions going on about it, and maybe you want to jump in and meet people. Why not? So then we see the media value. We talked about it. It's the bookshelf value, but not necessarily just the bookshelf. Also the how to say that in English? The video collection. And then everything you can do with media: selling, sending, and lending. Lending, already 2024, and still we don't know. Will we earn book tokens or Stuff tokens for lending it? Like, I want to borrow from someone. Do I pay them upfront in the token, or will it be like I don't pay them anything, but the rewards I get by consuming the media are sent to them or split between me and them? And here I'm very interested in seeing if anything special will be done for the OG collections. By OG, I mean all those collectible editions, because when we get to mass adoption, we will get to millions of readers. Like, it's gonna happen. Maybe not 2024, but it's gonna happen. So then the question is, I mean, at this point in time, now I think we are around 200,000 ebooks minted. So it's not enough. If we have 1 million people and we just have 200,000 books, it's not enough. So we should expect a lot more reader editions. And then I'm just wondering, okay, what's the perk of holding a collectible? For selling, yeah, because it's a first edition, it's scarce compared to the reader editions, okay. But for lending, I'm not sure. And also for earning tokens, I'm not sure. Some people are suggesting that maybe if you own a collectible edition, then you earn more tokens. Is it fair? Is it not? I'm not sure. But it's an idea. So curious to see how this whole lending will function. But when I look at this list, and I'm thinking, okay, we are December 2024, and all these items are ticked off the list. Imagine in which state book and stuff will be. Like, they become unstoppable. And this is in 9 months' time. 9 months. I know the bull market's just started, and it's probably gonna start 9 to 12 months or something like this. But we will be there, and so fast. And when you look at everything they build every month, when they give those updates, they're gonna do it. They are gonna do it. So if you're watching this video, it means you're already on board, and let's enjoy the ride together. It's gonna be epic. So I just want to say thank you, book, for changing the world, really, and taking us along for the ride, onto disrupting the whole industry. Really, it's mind-blowing. I really feel like almost once in a lifetime event. Like, it's historical, truly. So great stuff coming up. So hold on tight and enjoy the ride. When it comes to mints, a lot has happened in the last 2 weeks. Always recommend using this website, explorer.ogbook.club, to see everything that is happening. It's a great resource to see everything, in which series the book is, how many were minted, what's the floor price, what is the collection offer. I always use this in all my videos, and it was developed by Evie, one of the OG book club members. Awesome tool, definitely support him. You can buy actually a small NFT called BEX, BEX Pass on JPEG, and it comes with some perks on his website. You can connect your wallet, it gives you your bookshelf value, it tells you which books you are missing to complete a series. So a quick plug for just a great community member. Brought a lot of value, respect, and thank you, really. So let's dive into the different mints. I'm not gonna get too much in details because I have a lot to catch up with, but if we look here, we had this one that was interesting, the FBI War on Tupac Shakur, Pop Culture, only 400 sold out. Why is it interesting? Because it's the same publisher as a book we had a couple of weeks ago called Unfuck Your Brain. So it's just a good sign that a publisher keeps on sending us books and keeps on selling out. So that's good stuff. Then the other one that was interesting was about the Flash Mint. I think this was on 29th maybe of February, not sure. So the dog's book of verse, it was really cute. I'm a dog person, and so it's a collection of poetry about dogs. I love this title, Husky Ate My Ledger. It's just best cover theme. I look so cool. And what's really funny is that they actually used as models dogs from the book employees. So this is Winston, for instance. And There are others that I do not know. This is Fede's dog, I believe. So it's just cute. So yeah, this was a flash mint. Then another very, 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 very interesting one, which did not sell out because it's quite a lot and quite expensive, 79 ADA at those prices now. It's the first one in the El Paso verse. El Paso verse, I'm not sure. Yeah, El Paso verse, I guess. So this is also mind-blowing because so El Paso verse is a project, and what they do, one of the things they do is that they have the rights to this Morgan Kane series. This is 83 books which sold for more than 25 million units. And from what I understand, but don't quote me on this, is that it's ultra popular in Norway for some reason, and I believe it never was translated into English. So, and this is about Western. So Norwegian people liking Western is not in English, and then it becomes English. Anyway, point is, we have a whole universe. It's tried and proven that it works. It's sold a lot, and the beauty of those books is that they are linked to movies. And if you look at the covers, these are still frames of the movie. So I am unsure how long the movie is. I don't think it's necessarily super long, like 1 hour and a half. But you buy the book, and then there'll be a movie about this book. And from what I understand, they want the community to decide which books become movies. And the person at the head of this idea, the visionary, is called Ryan Vilk, and he is actually familiar with all the Hollywood stuff because he worked on many blockbusters, some X-Men, Avengers type of things. I think he works in animation. So we have a legit guy from the industry who's telling you, look, Hollywood is broken. You have to know the people, and they only do the same low quality movies every year. How many X-Men do you have, or Avengers, or Guardians of the Galaxy? I mean, maybe it looks great visually, but I don't know, where's the creativity in this? So he wants to go out of Hollywood, create the community that will fund the movies, and so minting books is a way to get the funds. And he also has this crazy project to shoot all those movies in Spain, and then you have some kind of Disneyland or El Paso verse land where you would go. You can see the props, the stage where everything happened. You can stay, you can go camping, you can watch premieres, and like Disneyland has, I think they have their Disney dollar or something like this. Well, in there you will pay with pesos, so they have their own currency, and own currency that also exists or will exist virtually. And now I'm finally getting to the point where book is involved, is that by reading book on book.io, you will earn those pesos tokens. And this is wow, because whether you're interested in Westerns or this project or not, doesn't matter. The point is that book is basically selling their technology, their verified reading technology, and read to earn functionality. So now think how many projects or people could benefit from this. It means that book is not only a platform that you publish your book and that's it. Is that you can then plug your own universe into it, and it becomes, how to say, somehow like an infrastructure provider. And I've never thought of that. And to see it in action, or at least planned or soon to be in action, it's really big. Because it means it's not about book always, creating their stuff, publishing public domain titles and so on. It's also other creative people in the industry that can leverage the book read to earn system. And if you buy these books and this book and you read it, I guess you would earn both Pathos and book tokens. So it's also a good way to get involved in other projects without investing in them. There was a video about this project which is pinned in the OG Book Club. So if you have a Gutenberg Bible and have access to this channel on Discord, definitely check it out. You learn a lot about this project. It's led by a visionary. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but the guy is super passionate, and he has the connections and the funding, so it might very well work out. So this was a big one, I think, a big mint. Okay, and then what's next? Well, we have some new series coming up, so Rulers and Revolutions, and for March we'll have Women of Wednesdays. So that will be every Wednesday in March, so similar to the Monday meditations. So it looks like they're going at it again, doing one mint per week, every week of the month. And I'm not convinced it was announced, but I would assume there will be an airdrop. I don't remember that, to be honest, but I guess they will stick to the pattern. And here when we look at floor, it's basically the OG price, and you see it's still minting. And I think this is, if you look at the last, this probably here, these are the last 2 weeks, see this Cardano still minting, and it's just 300 items. Still minting. I have a doubt. You know what? I have a big doubt. Because Diagonautica, when I checked yesterday, there was only one missing. Yeah, it is sold out. So I guess the Book Explorer is not up to date. Or can I buy? Wait. Oh, no, it is sold out. Alright. So I guess this is not up to date. So curious about the other ones. What do you have? You have the Agatha Christie one. Okay. Yeah, sorry to do it on the fly. But I just want to make sure I'm giving accurate information. Okay, so this one is still minting. And let's check the Agatha Christie one. Yeah, it's still minting. Alright. Oh yeah, like this is much easier. So, okay, this sold out. Oh, this was the airdrop for Monday Meditations 1, by the way. Okay, so, interesting. So, Book is saying this is still minting, but actually they're all sold out. So this is a false positive. But then 1, 2, 3, 4 from last week or 2 weeks that are still minting. And this is, I wouldn't say worrisome, but it shows that now that ADA is much more expensive than it used to be, people are way more conservative. They just don't mint just everything, and it's fine. I think that people should be careful with their ADA. There's no point in minting everything. Look, we have 192 books. You may have them all, but what's the point? When will be 1,000, 10,000, 1 million? It's impossible to keep up. So I think we got to the point where people realize that, hey, maybe I should keep my ADA to maybe cash out a little during this bull market, and that's fair. There are other important things than just books and NFTs. So we see it slowing down. Some of them still sell out. So maybe it depends on the genre. So yeah, curious to see how it's gonna evolve. I think Book, with their 10-step plan to mass adoption, they're very much aware of that, and they will work towards attracting the masses so we get this new blood, and then we start selling out again and price go up, hopefully. So yeah, that's it for the mints. In terms of airdrops, I know there's Monday meditation too, that shouldn't be too long. And FYI, there'll be a snapshot for pop culture. So pop culture is here. It's the one with Tupac and The Simpsons and so on. So 8 titles here, some of which are still minting. Otherwise, you can buy quite cheap on secondary. So yeah, there'll be a snapshot for that on March 22nd. I'm sure it will be announced again, but just a quick heads up. Okay, let's move on to the token. The token reached a new all-time high. It was, I think, March 4th, almost 4 cents. You can see 0.039. That's a new record in USD. Probably, ADA going up is helping with that. But look how healthy this progression is. Like, it just goes up steadily. It is beautiful. And when we look at the number of holders, I think when compared to 2 weeks ago, we've got 200 more, sorry. So this is also steadily climbing. So here, nothing to say, just looking healthy, looking good. And you can get those tokens if you hold a Gutenberg Bible. They get airdropped to you on the 20th of every month. You can buy on any DEX, and also you can stake with the Book stake pool. It's here, 26 million ADA delegated, and this is a 99% pool, meaning that you put your ADA, you don't get any ADA rewards, you get Book token rewards. And we can see that it is minting blocks. Now this was a huge one, 83 million ADA. Wow. So it is active. And when can we claim? Well, the date that was given from the start was that by March 25th we will have a claiming portal in partnership with Sunday Labs. So in like 2 weeks time, basically, you should be able to claim those. If you delegated early, like back in February, you get 20% bonus. If not, 10%. And this 10% is perpetual. So if you believe in Book and you want to kind of DCA every 5 days, get a little Book tokens at 10% discount, then stake with the Book stake pool. You can do it by joining this page and clicking join here on the top right. And there's also a page on the Book website with details and the breakdown of the bonuses and so on. So the choice is yours. And that's it for this week's video. It was quite long. Thank you for tagging along all this time. For me, the best highlight were those 2024 goals. We will get there, and it's gonna be amazing. So let's just wait and enjoy. Thank you very much. Take care, and I'll see you next time.